Love noodles? Create an easy build-your-own bowl night with these comforting and creamy Dan Dan noodles that's super easy to spice up dinner. Because families that slurp noodles together stay together. That's basically science. These Dan Dan noodles are super easy and come together in 4 parts: noodles, veggies, sauce, and protein, which is what we'll start with. Dan Dan noodles are usually made with ground pork, but you can swap it out for ground chicken, ground turkey, or even crumbled tofu if you want something leaner or veggie friendly. Cook it on medium-high heat until it's brown, then season with Shaoxing wine, which is a Chinese cooking wine, regular soy sauce for saltiness and umami, and dark soy sauce for that deep, rich color. Okay, once the meat is fully cooked and beautiful, add the Chinese pickled mustard greens. This is a traditional ingredient you can also grab at the local Asian market or online. It's super earthy and very pungent. I gotta admit, I was a little skeptical when I first smelled it, but it's kind of like fish sauce in that once it's cooked, it blends beautifully with the meat and adds extra flavor that even my husband preferred this version with it. Okay, let's talk noodz. I'm using fresh, thin wheat noodles that I found in the refrigerated section of the local Asian market. They cook a lot faster than dry noodles, so keep an eye on them so they don't overcook. If you happen to use instant ramen noodles, I won't judge. You are the master chef of your kitchen, so do what tastes good to you. Once the noodles are done cooking, remove them and reserve the water to cook the bok choy leaves. They should only take about 2 or 3 minutes until they're tender, but still have a nice crunch to them. Remove the bok choy from the water and reserve that water because we'll use that in the sauce. The water still has a lot of starches from cooking the noodles, and that will help the sauce stick better to the noodles. Speaking of sauce, combine the Chinese sesame paste and your favorite chili oil. I'm using my homemade spicy garlicky chili oil that's super easy to make. I'll link to that as well. Then add in the dark and regular soy sauce. And instead of opening a whole carton of chicken broth just for a small amount, I'm using chicken bouillon and we'll use that noodle water to create the broth. Lastly, add in the Chinese black vinegar. For the spices, we're adding 5 spice, garlic, enough to kill a vampire, ground Sichuan peppercorns that give that tingly, numbing effect, and sugar to round out all of the flavors. Mix that up until it's smooth. All right, now the fun part, well, aside from eating, assembling. First, add in the sauce and pour in about 1/4 cup of the leftover noodle water. Stir until it's smooth. It'll look thin, but it'll continue to thicken up over time, especially after you add the noodles. If you're feeling fancy, use your tongs to twirl the noodles into the bowl. Top it with the ground meat mixture, and if you love spicy food like I do, drizzle a little more of that chili oil on top and add a couple of bok choy leaves. Just enough to prove that you're healthy. And look how creamy these noodles came out. They got a bit of everything. The noodles, the protein, the veggies. I mean, that's basically all you need in life, right? I really hope that you try these Dan Dan noodles. The full recipe with all the links to the ingredients is in the blog post in the description below. What are your favorite noodles? Let me know in the comments below and I'll see you on the next recipe.